Nerds and fanboys have argued long into the night over this. There are tons of zombie movies out there, the vast majority of which are not worth dulling your brain on. When you're in the mood to watch some people fight against hordes of man-eating zombies, you want to make sure the movie you choose is going to entertain you. Lock up your doors, board up the windows, and plug in one of these movies and you'll be sure to see some zombie-killing awesomeness that will make you be glad to be safe from the zombies in your home. If you're actually safe, that is. Number 5, Dawn of the Dead. Of course I had to start this list with the classic zombie film. This came out way back in the 70s and still regarded by many as the best zombie movie ever made. It's about a group of survivors from a plague that broke out who are holed up in a shopping mall trying to survive the zombie onslaught. It is the second of 6 films in George Romero's Living Dead series. There was a remake in 2004 with the same name that is in another great zombie film. But with many remakes, it's tough to beat the original. Number 4, Night of the Living Dead. This is the first movie in George Romero's Living Dead series. It came before Dawn of the Dead, but I had to just put it here at number 4. It's been a group of zombie survivors hiding in a farmhouse and is preserved in the National Film Registry because it is culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant. When it was first released, it was criticized for excess use of blood and gore, and that was over 50 years ago. Today, it's highly critically acclaimed.
Chimps are infected. They're highly contagious. They've been given an inhibitor.
Infected with what?
Number 3, 28 Days Later. 28 Days Later is a British film that was released with both critical and financial success. It depicts the collapse of society due to the outbreak of zombie virus called the Rage virus that started under control in a laboratory setting. The epidemic starts when the animal activists released infected chimpanzees and the plague begins to spread via bite, as per usual in zombie movies. The name comes from the character Jim, who wakes up from a coma 28 days after the outbreak at a hospital in London.
Hello?
Number 2, 28 Weeks Later. Here's a sequel coming 5 years after 28 Days Later. This movie is British as well and also came out with a generally positive reception. It takes place 28 weeks after the original outbreak, hence the name, when all the infected has starved and the death and the things are starting to look up for society. Alice, a character in the movie, turns out to be a carrier of the virus and infects her husband Don when she kisses him, causing the virus to break back out.
Help me!
Number 1, I Am Legend. Some people may argue this doesn't count as a true zombie film, but here it is. I had to put it on this list because it's so awesome. The zombies in this movie were created when Will Smith's character Robert Neville creates a virus originally intended to cure cancer that infects the population of New York City. The city gets evacuated and Neville is left to find a way to reverse the effects of his virus. The reason people might argue that this movie isn't really a zombie movie is because the zombies only came out at night, so they are similar to vampires, but I still call them zombies. The list of zombie movies goes on and on, but these I would put on a must-see basis. They are thrilling, enticing, and make you wonder about what would really happen if zombies came. Is there anything else you think that should have made it on this list? Do you think this list rocks or sucks worse than the Silent Hill movie? Let us know.